Hey guys, hey, I'm back. Hey, I just really wanted to dig a little deeper into Peak and Pass. So let me go ahead and just start from the beginning. All right. First and foremost, how's it going, Royalty Group, Kings and Queens? How's it going? Hey, again, I'm shooting this video for mainly the newer people that's getting into business that, maybe, are having problems peaking and passing. Yeah, they hear the word but they really don't, understand the peak and the pass and what it takes to peak that prospect. So I'm gonna go ahead and break that in half, and we're just going to talk about peaking here in the next couple minutes. So peaking is basically piquing someone's interest. Passing is when you actually turn them on to one of your tools, be it a webinar, a website, a conference call, a sizzle call, whatever that tool may be. So for the peaking, a lot of people want to know, well, how do they do this the right way? Because what new people tend to do, and a lot of us, even us experienced people, will still fall into that situation where we just want to talk about our business. And sometimes it's very hard to actually, have that restraint to do that, because at the end of the day, really less is more when you're wanting to pique someone's interest. So, what a lot of folks are going to do is, when they go into that situation, yeah, they're saying peak and pass, but really what they're trying to do is close. And studies already show it takes 4 to 6 exposures, really 5 or 6 exposures, before someone actually will make a decision to buy. So we want to take them through a process, and that, number one, can be duplicated, guys, because if you're doing everything, that prospect is going to think that they're going to have to do everything, and certain types of people, that's just really going to turn them off. So we don't want to do that. Okay, you want to take them through a process. All right. So first, what we don't want to do is push someone, and we want to pull them. And I'm going to break that down here in a second. Now, the second point I want to make again real quick is we want to talk less and listen more. All right. I'm going to give you a great example of how, talking less and listening more here with a story from a prospect I peaked today. So I went to a grocery store, and again, when you guys peak, you have to peak on a purpose, right? Peak on purpose. When I went inside Kroger's today, and as I'm driving there, I'm telling myself, you know what? I'm gonna pique someone's interest today. I'm getting a name and phone number while I'm here in Kroger. So as I'm going through the store, doing my grocery shopping, a situation really didn't come up. I didn't bump, wagons or carts with anyone, or a situation didn't come where I was able to get in a conversation with anyone. So as I'm checking out, I'm in a pretty long line, and it was another cashier that was, I guess she was a floater, and she waved us over, me and the lady in front of me, to come over, and she's gonna check us out at the next register. But I noticed she was limping really bad, and so lady put her stuff up. We put the divider up, and I put my groceries up. She's checking out, and as I'm coming up, they always ask you how you doing. That's a good thing about that. It's very easy to get a conversation started. So when she asked, hey, how you doing? I was like, did exchange our pleasantries. And now I asked her, I said, I see you limping, what happened? And she said, oh, I just been working a lot. And, she said, yeah, I just been working a lot. I just worked like a 16-hour shift the other day. And, and yes, it's hurt me pretty bad. And I was like, oh, wow, 16 hours. And then she's like, yeah. I said, so, what actually happened? What did you do? What did you hurt it at work, or what happened? And she said she had jammed her ankle, and with her working all these hours, it's not healing well. And I was like, oh, okay, well, man, 16 hours. I said, what, are you working overtime? And she said, yes. And I was like, well, man, when you work all those overtime hours, do it seem like they tax that a little more? You're getting a lot they taking a lot more out in your taxes. And she said, yeah, they do. And then I said, huh, okay. Well, have you ever heard of income shifting? And then she's like, no, what's that? I was like, well, it's a way to you to ethically, morally, and no, I didn't say that. I said, well, it's a way to go from the highest tax bracket using tax laws to give you more cash flow in your check. Take that out the highest tax bracket and put it in the lowest tax bracket. And then I said, would you like some information? She's like, yeah, I would. And at that time, got her phone number. So that was a great example of actually peaking. So let me break down really what actually was the mentality as I was going through, piquing that person's interest. So, the first thing you want to do is, again, you notice I asked questions, right? I asked her questions. Even when she gave me an answer, I made her go deeper into that answer that she gave me, because what's going to happen is a lot of times somebody's going to give you a superficial answer, or basically a generic answer when they get a question. But when you make them go deeper, now you would even see it in their body language, that they stop and think, and they're not used to somebody asking more questions. So now you're showing an interest in that person. All right, so you're going to get a more genuine, in deep answer. So and what our business is, we want to be good listeners. So we want to listen to what it is that's going on to them, and see how we can use my econ as a way to as a solution to whatever problem that is. That can be anything. She could have conversation could have went to she may be trying to buy a house, and she's trying to get work and get more money for a down payment, or it could have been anything really. So we want to listen, and then how can we incorporate my econ as a solution to it? And then once you tie that in, you just want to really just say a couple phrases, hey, we help people increase their cash flow in the highest tax bracket by using tax laws, and show them eventually how to transfer that money into an asset, into the lowest tax bracket, which is investing. And would you like to get some information on that? Then you just want to shut up. You don't want to go any deeper than that, really. You always want to be busy. That's why this is something else I wrote down. The G3, G3. Can't get it out today. A little thirsty. But you want to get their name, get their number, and you want to get out, guys. And really, it's that simple. You want to always be busy, and or if you're somewhere where you can't get away, you want to really set it for a more convenient time. You know what, this ain't the place, or I'm a little busy right now, but hey, let me get back with you. Let's set a day and time to actually speak, and I'll get some information to you, and I'll get your questions answered for you at that time. But yeah, so that's really peaking, guys. Really, you want to practice that. You just want to practice that. So here, let me give you a couple great peaking questions that maybe somebody that and you want to peak them. So when you see someone, you want to peak from the very beginning, right? It's somebody that you want to peak from the very beginning. So, but you want to get them off their normal train of thought. All right, so when they say, hey, how you doing? And I just learned these today as I'm doing some of my personal development, and I definitely wanted to share that with you guys today. So these are some, I thought they was good, so I wrote them down. So when you exchange your greetings. Hey, how you doing? Hey, man, I'm doing great. I haven't slept in a week. That's one of the peaking questions. Now, what they're going to do? They're going to ask you why. Now, you're not pushing, you're pulling. They're asking. When a person's going to ask, you're going to get a wall comes down when they ask questions because they're looking to receive something back. They invited that in. So that's a great one. Or, hey, how you doing? Hey, man, I'm doing great, man. I think I just stepped on a gold mine. Okay, that was another good one I thought was very good, and it's very easy then to really control the conversation, and really that's what you're doing, controlling the conversation. Now they're going to ask, well, what kind of gold mine you step in? And that gives you an opportunity to give them just enough to pique their interest and get a name and phone number. Again, your first contact, guys, you just really got one goal, and that's to get the name and phone number. Name, phone number, email, get something from them, and preferably a name and number, guys. But that's it. And so really when you break down piquing someone's interest, and you just break it down that, hey, you know what, I don't got to close this person, on my very first meet, that's going to take a lot of pressure off of you. So really you just want to get good right now at getting names and phone numbers. And guys, once you start doing that, and you're going to be surprised how many more prospects that you can actually get into your pipeline. And really this is a game of numbers. So the more numbers you have, the better results you're going to get. All right, so hopefully this video was a little more informative. Hear me just cruise through my notes one last time, make sure I didn't miss anything. Perfect. So looks like I did touch on just about anything. I just want to end with this right here. Guys, fear will tell you to say nothing when you have something valuable to say, guys. So don't let fear prevent you from building your business. All right, guys, so again, this is Keith Jones. Hey, I'm signing off. All right, royalty.